Welcome to day 2. So just like yesterday, we're going to continue to focus on being present, and we'll do that through our breath and just listening to our bodies through each pose. Throughout your practice, if you need to take child's pose at any time, please do. If you need to skip a vinyasa and just come straight to downward facing dog, do what you need to do. So let's begin in our child's pose, coming onto our knees. And if it feels good, you can bring them as wide as your mat. Bring the big toes to touch. Sit the hips back towards the heels, and then gently just walk the hands forward, bringing the forehead all the way down to the earth. And just beginning to notice, letting go of all of the moments that have come before this one, all the moments that are going to come after, and simply taking up space, breathing deeply. Begin by presencing yourself to your physical body, noticing where the skin is touching the mat and the earth. Noticing and acknowledging sounds around you. And then simply moving on, letting go of any thoughts that may come into the brain. And if it's available, allow the forearms to rest just gently, passively on the earth, and spread fingers wide. Let the eyes be heavy behind the eyelids. Relax the jaw. Let the tongue fall away from the roof of the mouth. And from here, notice the breath, where in the lungs it's settling, expanding, with no aim to change or fix, just simply watching. As you become more aware of the breath, begin to deepen it. Noticing the rib cages expanding out to the sides like the gills of a frog or a fish, puffing out, filling up the room as the back body expands towards the sky. Belly drops between the thighs. And as we exhale, belly button draws up and in towards the spine, pressing all the air out of the bottom of the lungs, making space for new, fresh air this morning. A couple of rounds of your own pace, just deepening and lengthening the breath. And begin your Ujjayi breathing. And if you need to re-familiarize with yourself, inhaling through the nose and opening the mouth, exhaling as if you're fogging up a mirror. So a slight contraction in the back of the throat. Creating an audible breath, ocean-sounding breathing. And then using that same practice with the mouth closed, inhaling through the nose. And still with a slight contraction in the back of the throat, exhaling through the nose. Take one more full, deep Ujjayi breath. Exhaling, completely drawing belly button up and in. And as you inhale, gaze between thumbs looking forward. Exhale, come through hands and knees, hook the toes, and send hips high and wide for downward facing dog. And beginning with a little movement, just walking out through the feet. And again, just watching, observing the sensations in the body here. Notice areas that could use a little opening and maybe nod or shake, wiggle.
all the while staying present with your breath. And eventually finding stillness in our downward facing dog, bringing our feet hip bones distance wide with a gentle little bend in the knees, maybe a deep bend if you need that this morning, lengthening the tail to where the ceiling meets the wall behind you, allowing the crown of the head to drop down so the back of the neck is long and relaxed. And bringing the palms shoulder width distance. So for me, this looks like my pinkies are touching the edges of my mat. For you, it may be a little bit closer, so experiment with places that feel good for you. And then spread the fingers out wide, grounding down through the thumb and the pointer finger. Full deep breath, inhale. Exhale, slowly walk the feet to the hands, coming into forward fold, Uttanasana. So feet can stay hip bones distance, or you can heel toe them even wider, bringing a gentle or a deep bend into the knees, creating space in the low spine, and drawing the belly button up and in, allowing even more opening through the back body. The back of the head is loose and relaxed, so the crown of the head just drops towards the earth. And if it feels good, catch opposite elbows. And maybe rock the feet, the weight in the feet from right to left, allowing the torso to just passively sway from side to side. Notice where the weight in the feet is, so grounding down through all four corners behind the big toes and the pinky toes, and on either side of the heel. More breathing. Eventually finding stillness when you're ready. Take one more full deep breath, inhale. And as we exhale, we'll release the palms, allowing the arms to fall down towards the ground like wet pieces of spaghetti. Place the palms on the mat and heel toe the feet together. Ideally, big toes are touching, and if that's not available, then keep the feet a little bit separate. Again, ground down through all four corners of the feet behind the big toe and the pinky toe and both sides of the heels. Gentle bend in the knees, and as we inhale, we'll roll all the way up, stacking the hips over the knees. Low spine over the hips. Rounding up through mid and upper spine. Bringing the neck and the head up very last, and rolling the shoulders all the way up towards the ears, back and down, creating a wide open heart space. Find a single gazing point at the horizon. Relax through the jaw and the eyes. Inhale, reach fingers high towards the ceiling. Exhale, thumbs come to heart center. Let's begin our practice with an Om this morning. If you're not familiar or comfortable with an Om, feel free to just listen. Exhale completely. Inhale deeply. Inhale, reach high. Exhale, thumbs through heart center, forward fold, release down. Gentle bend in the knees, belly button draws in. As we inhale, lift up halfway, length from crown of head to the tailbone. Exhale, forward fold. Ground down through both feet with a flat spine. Inhale, reach high, fingertips touch the ceiling. Exhale, thumbs come to heart center. Inhale, reach tall. Length from heels to fingertips. Exhale, forward fold, release down. Gentle bend in the knees, relax toes. Inhale, halfway lift for length. Shoulder blades reach together and down towards the tail.
Exhale, forward fold.
One last time, ground down and inhale, reach all the way to the ceiling.
Exhale, hands to heart. More breath, deepening the ujjayi. Inhale, reach high. Exhale, thumbs through heart, forward fold.
Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, plant hands on the earth, step back, high push-up. Set up your alignment here, bringing wrists directly beneath shoulders, with wrist creases parallel with the front edge of the mat. Heels reach towards the back of the sky as the backs of the knees lift towards the ceiling, engaging through the low belly. Inhale here. Hug elbows in towards the center line, rock forward onto the toes. Optional, drop the knees. Exhale, lower halfway, chaturanga. Inhale, glide forward, up dog. Draw shoulders back and down, creating space around the neck. Exhale, downward facing dog. 3 breaths here. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, walk feet to hands. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen the spine. Exhale, forward fold. Ground down through the feet. Inhale, rise all the way up, fingertips reach tall. Exhale, thumbs through heart center, forward fold, release. Inhale, lift up halfway for length. Exhale, fold. Bring big toes to touch or close or outer edges of the feet parallel with the edges of your mat. Bend the knees deeply, rock the weight into the heels. Draw belly button in towards the spine and inhale, Utkatasana, lightning bolt. Wrap pinky side edges of hands towards center line as the shoulders relax away from the ears. Deep ujjayi breathing. Exhale, thumbs through heart, forward fold, release down. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant palms, step back, high to low push-up. Inhale, glide forward, all the way down, chaturanga. Inhale, glide forward, upward facing dog. Exhale, hips back, downward facing dog. Full deep breath, inhale. Full deep breath out. Inhale through the nose and open the mouth, exhale with a sigh. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. One more full inhale. Exhale, walk feet to hands. Inhale, halfway lift, length through the spine. Exhale, fold. Bend the knees deeply, weight in the heels. Inhale, Utkatasana. Exhale, thumbs through heart, forward fold. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, plant hands, move through your vinyasa. Exhaling for chaturanga. And inhaling for the glide forward and upward facing dog. Exhale draws us back to downward facing dog. So always as I'm talking this through our vinyasa, my pace is a suggestion. So if your breath is faster or slower than
What I'm saying, follow your own breathing to guide your movements. Full deep breath. As we exhale, walk hands to feet. Inhale, halfway lift. Gaze forward. Exhale, fold. Moving with our breath now, each breath moves us through each pose. Bend the knees deeply. Inhale, rise up, Utkatasana. Our full exhale brings us to fold forward. Full breath in brings us to halfway lift, gentle bend through the knees, belly button in. And on our full exhale, we'll plant the hands and move all the way down through Chaturanga. Optional to drop the knees. Elbows hug in. Full inhale brings us to the top of our upward facing dog. And your full exhale brings you all the way through downward facing dog. Our next breath in will send our right leg high to the sky, keeping hip bones pointing towards the earth. Big toes point down towards the mat for one more breath. Inhale. Exhale, step right foot all the way through to right thumb, maybe helping it along the way if it needs you. Ground down through back heel and inhale, rise up. Gracious Hero 1. If you need a little more stability, you can heel toe the feet wider apart so that the heels have space. Draw the tailbone down towards the ground. Relax the shoulders and the eyes. And think about drawing that left hip bone forward and pulling the right hip bone back. Yeah, beautiful adjustments. Ground down through the outer edge of the back foot for one more breath. Inhale. Exhale, bring both hands down to either side of front foot. Step right foot back. Inhale at the top. And your full exhale drops you down through Chaturanga. Inhale, glide forward, upward facing dog. Exhale, leading with hips, downward facing dog. Your next inhale sends left leg high to the sky. Toes point towards the earth, hip bones face down. Exhale, left foot comes all the way forward to left thumb. Drop back heel, inhale, rise up, Gracious Hero 1. Root down through the outer edge of that back foot. So starting at the feet, right, like our roots, just like any plant. Ground down, root down. Release through the toes. Hip bones face the front of the mat. And breathe. Reconnecting with the motion of the breath in the body. And noticing not only places of challenge, of work, but where is it easy? Where can you relax? Even if it's just the fingertips or the eyes. Relax shoulders down and away from the ears. One more breath. Inhale, lift the crown of the head, lengthen tall. Exhale, plant hands to either side of front foot. Step back. High to low, push up. Drawing elbows in towards center as you lower. Inhale, forward, upward facing dog. Exhale, leading with hips, downward facing dog. Full breath in. Full breath out. Inhale here. Exhale, gaze forward where you want your feet to go, and either walk or hop to the front of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Root down through the feet. Inhale, rise all the way up, fingertips reach high. Exhale, forward fold, release. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen. Gaze forward. Exhale, forward fold. Plant the hands and step directly to downward facing dog. Root down through the pads of the feet, behind the thumb and the pointer finger. Wrap elbows in towards center line, so an inward rotation of the upper arm bones. Inhale here. Exhale, drop knees. Sit the hips back onto the heels and come all the way up to hero's pose. Walking hands onto the thighs. Draw belly button in and shoulders down and back, getting long from the crown to the tail. As we exhale, we'll place hands on the mat and slowly make our way to our seat. Plant the feet on the mat directly in front of you, catching onto the backs of the thighs. Preparing for Navasana, everybody's favorite boat pose. Inhale, here, lengthen, drawing shoulders back. Exhale, rock the weight onto the sits bones and begin to bring the shins parallel to the earth. So continue to find length. Like whatever that means for you in your body, find length in the spine. Relax the gaze where you can. And if you're ready, allow the arms to come parallel to the legs. Inhale here deeply, draw belly in. Exhale, cross the ankles. Plant hands on either side, just a little in front of the hips, and rock forward for a lift. Come back to Navasana, extend. Full breath in. Full breath out. Inhale. Exhale, cross opposite ankle, take your lift. Come back to our last Navasana, deeply breathe in. Full breath out. Last time, cross and lift. Coming to our seat, back to Navasana, inhale. Exhale, slowly place the feet on the mat. Bring palms behind you with fingertips pointing backwards. Take the right ankle and cross it over the left knee for seated pigeon pose. So find your edge here, like find the place where you can start to feel it stretching. Maybe just a little bit past that point of 100% comfort. And you can do that by walking the hands closer to the body. I like to come onto my fingertips. You can also heel toe your front foot a little closer to you. Finding engagement through that right foot. And drawing the right knee away from the body. Draw shoulders away from the ears, inhale. As we exhale, we're gonna walk the hands back slightly. Root down through that front foot, maybe bringing the fingers to point towards the torso. Inhale here. As we exhale, we're going to press through the hands and the front heel and lift up for one-legged table. If it feels good, allow the head to gently drop back. Inhale, lift hips higher. Exhale, slowly lower all the way down to the earth. Extend left leg out wide and bring right ankle to the outside of the left knee, preparing for a twist. Find the right hand and place it behind the body to prop the spine up. Inhale, left arm reaches tall. Exhale, hook elbow to knee, taking a twist. So think about twisting from the belly button, and then slowly the shoulders and the neck and the gaze will follow. So really starting low, wringing out that low spine, letting go of anything that you no longer need. Inhale, lengthen, crown of head to the sky, maybe gently tucking the chin. Exhale, twist more deeply. One more breath, inhale. Exhale, slowly release back to center. Switching sides, bringing right foot to the mat, and bringing our left ankle to cross over that knee. So again, just finding your place of the perfect amount of resistance. Something only you can know in your own body. Engagement through that left foot, eventually drawing the left knee away from the body as the right knee pushes that ankle towards you. Draw the shoulders down and away from the ears. Belly button draws in. Relaxed gaze for one more breath. Inhale. Switch the direction of the fingers if that's available for your wrists. Draw shoulders back and away, creating wide open space through the collarbone. Inhale. Exhale, root down through the heel and the palms and lift the hips high. Maybe allowing the head to gently drop back. Inhale, lift high. Exhale, slowly lower down. Release right leg directly out in front of you and place the left foot across the knee. Bring the left palm behind you to prop up the low spine, creating length. Inhale, right arm high. Exhale, hook elbow to knee. And before twisting, look forward. Inhale, lengthen, crown of the head tall. Draw belly button in, and then exhale, begin to twist. Front foot stays activated, drawing toes towards the body. Chin is gently drawing down towards the horizon. Jaw is relaxed. Each inhale lengthens, creating space between each vertebra. And each exhale brings you to twist just a little more deeply. Even if the body is not moving, just the intention. One more inhale. Exhale, slowly release back to center. Bring both feet directly out in front of you. Drawing pinky toe side edges of the feet towards the body. If you need, bring a gentle bend in the knees. Draw belly in as shoulders reach down and away. Inhale, fingertips reach tall. Exhale, hinge forward from the hips, thinking length all the way down. Find the breath. Let go of any expectations or judgments or hopes, and simply be here, wherever you are. As we inhale, we'll slowly walk the hands up the legs, maybe massaging the shins and the knees as we come up. Bend the knees, bringing feet flat onto the mat. And scoot your body kind of like a little bit closer to the center of the mat so that when you lay down, you've got mat underneath you. Inhale for length. And either catching onto the backs of the knees or extending the arms forward, slowly roll back, engaging through the low belly. Releasing all the way down to your mat. Draw the knees into the chest when you've made your way there and give them a big, loving squeeze. Maybe lifting the head off the mat, giving the knees a kiss, whispering sweet nothings. And then releasing the knees and extending both arms between them, reaching the hands between the knees, and then catching on to the outer edges of the feet, coming into happy baby. Think about rolling the tailbone down towards the earth, reaching the shoulder blades down to the earth,
And just gently tucking the chin, creating length through the upper spine and the neck. Our feet are standing on the ceiling as the knees draw in towards the armpits. For a deep breath, inhale. And deep exhale. One more full breath here. Full breath out. Gently release the outer edges of the feet, extending each heel to a corner of the mat and allowing the arms to fall alongside the body. Coming into our final resting pose of Shavasana. Know that there is nothing to change. There's nothing to fix. Everything is exactly as it should be. And you are perfect just the way you are. Slowly begin to bring awareness into the fingers and the toes. Just like the tiniest wiggle, the tiniest twitches of movement. And then deepening the movement through rolling out the wrists and the ankles. Gently rocking the head from side to side. Eventually reaching arms overhead and taking a deep inhale as a full body yawn. Like you've just woken up. Which perhaps is true. Exhale, draw the knees into the chest. And when you're ready, roll over to the right side of the body, using the bottom arm as a pillow. And with eyes still closed, gently press yourself up to a comfortable seated position at the front of your mat. Bring palms together with thumbs at heart center. We'll close our practice with one unifying Om. Exhale completely. Inhale. Bring thumbs to third eye point between the eyebrows. The divine light in me greets and acknowledges the divine light in you. Namaste.